welcome back. Now this is the second tutorial which I'm going to go through the process of working the double crochet and also I'm going to introduce you to the concept of working in the round, which is a very important concept in crochet. As you can see, this yarn has been recycled and reused so many times, it's literally become cotton wool, and hopefully there will be very good clarity. My tablet is suspended in the rigging that I've created. So now, as you'll remember, we begin with the slip knot between thumb and forefinger and crossing the yarn over twice. So once, whoopsie, twice. So essentially we're forming the X. And then we're going to insert this rather large cumbersome hook into, or rather underneath, and hook that top yarn through like so. So we should have this kind of arrangement. And God willing, when we gently tug, the knot will adjust. And oh gosh, that's atrocious. We are going to chain. We will chain, let's say, 14 chains this time. So yarn over hook, through loop. Remembering that if you need to refresh on making the foundation chain, refer back to my first video. Yarn over through number 2, number 3, yarn over hook, 4, yarn over hook, insert hook right through the middle, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So a different angle. Can you see this? 13, 14. Yes, you may hear my neighbour's yappy dogs in the background. I don't know who is noisier, the neighbour or her dogs. Now, we now have 14 chains, and so what I'm going to instruct you to do next is to single crochet into the second chain from the hook, remembering to disregard this loop. It is not considered a stitch. So just tighten that. 1, 2, inserting hook, front, poke it out to the back, yarn round, bringing your working yarn through the hook, yarn over and through 1 and 2. And remembering the importance of tension, that is threading the yarn around your little finger and then weaving it through. And you'll find your own particular ways of doing things, but the tension is very important to try and keep that consistent. And so we are going to create a single crochet in each of these chains, just continuing in this manner until we reach the end of our foundation chain. The foundation chain being the foundation of all our work. The yarn's actually starting to split, which is not desirable. So into the centre, right through the middle of that loop, out through the back, yarn over, pull through, and then almost burrow the head of the hook into the yarn. Now we see that we have reached the last, oh, not quite. We have now reached the last chain, being the one connected to your slip knot. So we're going to put 3 single crochet into this one chain. 1, 2, and just work around that tail there. 3, and what you'll notice is that as we're creating these turning stitches, the work will naturally start to want to curve and turn, and indeed this is what we want because we're now working in the top of our foundation chain. So we've done the single crochet along the bottom, now we're working along the top, so we're just gently going to prise apart these and work into these top loops, a single crochet into each one. Right. Two. Just gently prise apart. 3. Just remember 2 weeks ago, just on the cusp of the COVID-19 lockdown, and the store was about to close in 10 minutes, and I suddenly got this vision of a dystopic, post-apocalyptic world without yarn, and I ran down the aisle and practically dumpster dived into the huge big bin of yarn that they had and started throwing as many balls as I could into the trolley, and just to ensure that I have a sufficient supply to get me through. So yes, I currently have a yarn stash that will last until at least 2024. I just into the top loop. So not in here, but here. Put my little finger like so, right through there, not down the bottom. I can just see that my video is about to expire, so it looks like the double crochet is going to be for another segment. Now you will see that, making sure you get both loops, we have reached the last loop, and we are going to do a process of joining the rounds. Now, some patterns may state that you are to continue to crochet in a spiral, so essentially it's staggered, working round and round in a spiral, which means you would just continue on to work a crochet into the next stitch, but you're not actually joining the round. However, I'm instructing that we are going to join the round. So you find the first single crochet that we did, as indicated by these 2 V's. In fact, what we'll do before then is pop one of these dinky little gadgets called a stitch marker. Pop that into the top 2 V's, and all this will do is indicate the end of our round and where our new round begins. So we're going to insert hook underneath both V's, yarn over, pull through both these V's, pull working yarn through and through the original loop, and that is a slip stitch. All you're doing is simply linking the stitches. You're not making a new stitch per se. And if you were going to continue in single crochet, you would chain 1, which is not actually considered a stitch, and then you would insert crochet hook into the same stitch where you made your slip stitch, and chain 1, and you would continue to place a single crochet underneath the 2 V's.